Meet the misunderstood INFP rebel, the character who feels more inclined to chase authenticity and integrity than actually fitting in. What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, where I help geeks, gamers, and creatives to have more motivation and confidence. And a lot of that is through personality type and self-understanding. And so this concept of being a rebel for the INFP comes up quite often because we have many different conflicting components within us, let's say, different characters that are fighting within us and struggling to be expressed. And that is a microcosm of what is going on within society and our relationships to other people and just the world, the culture at large. So I want to talk a little bit about that. What makes an INFP rebel? What makes an INFP not fit in? What makes an INFP want to assert themselves so strongly, even when it goes against what everybody else is telling us to do? Because if you're an INFP, then you've definitely been in situations where everybody's telling you to do one thing, and you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I don't care. I don't care that that's what everybody else does. I'm going to do things my way. I'm going to do things this way. Whether it's because your conscience is telling you one thing or it just doesn't feel right deep within your bones. So I want to explain why that's like that within this video. So first up, I use characters. I use personified characters to understand and explain the cognitive functions, which is the deeper underlying wiring of the Myers-Briggs 4-letter code. And so the first character within our party is this resonating empath. This is our internalized sense of self, our values, how we feel about certain things on a scale of like to dislike and all these other things. And it all kind of gets encapsulated within them. And it's so individualistic that it's like you can't, once it's decided something, it's so extremely hard to break that. Because it's going against all these different values and all these, evaluations of how things are for us and what we like, what we don't like, who we were in the past, and how that's kind of entwined into our identity. It's all tied into identity. And so when something butts up against that, we get this fervor, this extreme passion to change that. And sometimes it doesn't come out. Sometimes it's I just need to distance myself because I don't know how to control the scale of passion and emotion and power within this. And other times we actually do take extreme actions. And what that does is it is one of the kind of causes for a lot of social change, is when that one individual voice actually steps up and asserts itself so loudly and with so much care that the world starts to listen and things start to change. But it's a hard battle. Definitely, it's a hard battle. So that's the first character that's causing some of those within us. And then you bring in the Innovating Explorer. This is your intuition. This is extroverted intuition within the system. And first of all, intuitives are 25% of the population. It's not much. And so naturally, most people are going to see intuitives as just kind of strange, as a bit different, as doing things the wrong way, of being lost, head in the clouds type thing. And that's fine. And yet also it's a part of us. And that specific blend of intuition, this Innovating Explorer, this character that's hey, shake things up, change the system, break patterns, break the meta, see what could be connected beyond that. What are the possibilities if we change something? It's this constant voice suggesting highly that we do that. And for us, it's definitely a point of growth. It's a character that is our mentor, that's saying, hey, this is something that's going to help you. But there's kind of some fear behind it too. But just think essentially that the Innovating Explorer is about exploring possibilities, exploring ideas, exploring new places, exploring new emotional terrain. And then we have the Stabilizing Guardian. This is the polar opposite conflicting voice that's saying, no, let's stabilize things. Let's check in with the day-to-day consistency of life. How did things work in the past? What does authority say? And how can we maintain that? And this is where we go for comfort. This is where we go when we're afraid. A lot of times, this is where we go when we just want to feel relief. This is our newbie sidekick that's just kind of along and creating all these funny situations for us. Or a lot of times, it's more of us just sitting on the couch and not actually doing anything. But there's this push and pull that's just going back and forth. Like, I want to change things. I want to shake things up. But I need to keep things stable with how I understood them and the experiences that I've had before. And so sometimes people request that we do things and we've never done it before. You know, as with everything in life, there's a first time for doing it, right? And so we fight that. We don't want to experience that because it's scary, despite this explorer voice saying, hey, no, just do it. Just go. And so sometimes we kind of get lost in there, and it's easier for us to not get a new experience because it's another introverted defensive character that's just like, I'm going to trust what I've already experienced because it's safer. We got two more. Another one is the Stabilizing Commander. The Stabilizing Commander, extroverted thinking. This is the polar opposite of our introverted feeling empath. And this is saying, like, first of all, look at your goals, look at the things you want to achieve step by step. Let's get them. Let's measure the results. Let's take proper account of the resources, the time, the money, the people. Let's delegate out tasks, marshal resources and things like that. And it's such a struggle for us. We have such an inferiority complex around it, but we also aspire to get better. This is the maverick within our team as opposed to the hero of the empath. And it's like we don't really spend a lot of time in that zone. Through growth, through growing up and things like that, we do get better at it, hopefully. But a lot of times it's just like, I don't really know how to wield this character. I don't know what this character is going to do. I don't know how to set things up, set systems up so that I don't need to manage all of them by myself. And so because we have that inferiority complex around it too, we also we don't trust it. So when the CEO or when the man tells us to do something, we instantly have this push against it because it's like, well, you're not honoring my identity, the individual aspects. And it's not just me, it's everybody's, right? You're not honoring the individual component for every aspect, every business or whatever it is. And we see that as causing some of the biggest problems in the world. It's the lack of heart within a company, within a country, within whatever it is, within other people. And so we fight that. A lot of times we fight it, as I said before, by just going somewhere else, by just ignoring it, separating ourselves from it. And that's not usually the best one, but that's kind of how you see a rebellious nature. Sometimes it's just leaving. It's, but it's also when there's the right conviction around it, it's about infusing heart within a system, even if it's going to break that system. With the I Now Feel Positive Discord server and the Geek Psychology Discord server, when I started it, I didn't create any rules. It was just like, everybody, come on, let's just be here and let's love each other. And eventually you realize that, rules are important. they keep things, in a way that you can expect what's going to happen, right? You know what to expect. And we fight that a lot. We're just like, no, I'd just rather everybody just be who they are, just be an individual, just let it go. It's fine. You can be you. Just don't hurt other people. And that's not how it always happens, right? Some people will unintentionally or intentionally hurt other people. And so we have this conflict between us, right? We want everybody to live their own life as good as they can and be who they are, follow their identity. And yet it doesn't really work out. So we have this push and pull. Okay. And one more, the fifth function for INFPs, extroverted feeling, what I call the unifying envoy. This is, it's still feeling. It's about, what do other people feel? What do other people value? And how do I use that to make decisions? Except it's outer. It's what are the social, cultural expectations? And when we try to do empath stuff, or just be who we are, or make whatever it is, a lot of times we get kind of run into extroverted feeling, this envoy that's saying, no, do what we're all doing. Follow these procedures. Go proactively, shake somebody's hand, hug it out, and, mend all these wounds and kind of fulfill needs and accommodate other people and be a host at a party or something like that. Like all these more social, outgoing things. We see it as this rival nature within us. And it's not just within us, it's within other people too. We see it as like, it's just conflicting. Like, why would you do it that way? Right? Why don't you just honor the individual, and that will create the whole society that is good? It's a nice idealistic view of things, but that's my opinion for how it kind of comes out. Okay. So if you're an INFP, please go to inowfeelpositive.com, sign up for the mailing letter, and you get some great free content to help you deal with anxiety and understand yourself at a deeper level. I want to also thank patrons for going to patreon.com/geekpsychology, signing up for that, and just supporting myself, supporting this channel, and the movement that I'm trying to create here of using personality type more for personal growth and deeper understanding of yourself and other people so that you can change the world. Also, check out the videos in the corners over here, and let me know how you resonated with this video. Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.